what up, everybody? I got another one for you. I'm going to react to a video while I'm driving to go take my little brother to one of his appointments that he has to for a doctor or whatever. This is the Cartier family. Love you, brothers. Appreciate everything you guys have been doing and continue to do. That'd be great to speak with y'all one day or somehow in some way or shape or form, or even just get the opportunity to shake y'all's hand. Appreciate everything you guys do. Love your videos. Keep it the fuck up. We're changing America, and we're going to take it the fuck back, and we're going to create a better future for our kids. Here it is. Oh, and woo! Trump, baby!
Here's my plan to stop the chemical, physical, and emotional mutilation of our youth. On day one, I will revoke Joe Biden's cruel policies on so-called gender-affirming care.
Woo!
Ridiculous.
Let's go!
Let's
go, motherfucker!
Puberty blockers, mutating their physical appearance, and ultimately performing surgery on minor children. Can you believe this?
I want to say something before I continue this clip. I think there's a lot of doctors out there that do this types of surgery for the money. And me being the type of man I am, money is materialistic, family is not, our species is not. And there's a fine line you got to draw with kids or young adults, whatever. You mean to tell me that these children can't even consent to their own bedtime, get a tattoo, smoke a cigarette, drink alcohol, they can serve their country, but you think they have the consent and the mental capacity to understand the repercussions that'll happen in the future when you eliminate your penis from your biological body, or you add a penis to your biological body? I don't know how the fuck any of that procedure works, nor do I fucking care. That's where I draw the fucking line. We need to protect our children. We need to protect everybody's children and the future of our species and the future of our kids. Because I'd be damned if I'm going to let my son do any of this shit to himself. He's 6 years old and he knows better. He knows better. I'm fortunate enough to have a stepfather that he has and a mother that thinks the same exact way I do. Very fortunate enough.
I will sign a new executive order instructing every federal agency to cease all programs that promote the concept of sex and gender transition at any age.
Let's go.
I will then ask Congress to permanently stop federal taxpayer dollars from being used to promote or pay for these procedures.
Yes.
And pass a law prohibiting child sexual mutilation in all 50 states.
Yes.
It will go very quickly. I will declare that any hospital or healthcare provider that participates in the chemical or physical mutilation of minor youth will no longer meet federal health and safety standards for Medicaid and Medicare and will be terminated from the program immediately.
Thank God.
I will support the creation of a private right of action for victims to sue doctors who have unforgivably performed these procedures on minor children. The Department of Justice will investigate Big Pharma and the big hospital networks to determine whether they have deliberately covered up horrific long-term side effects of sex transitions in order to get rich at the expense of vulnerable patients, in this case, very vulnerable. We will also...
I'm going to say something again before I start this clip. There's a difference between needing something and wanting something. I want a big house. I want to make 6 figures a year. I want a brand new car. I want this. I want that. I want a loving wife. I want this. I want that. But I don't need any of that. You understand? Yeah, it'd be cool to have. Yeah, that's what I want, but I don't need it. Okay? And what he was just talking about, being able to to sue the doctors and all this and that. I want, if any trans people or gays, whatever, ends up making it this far into the video, I want you to hear from me. And I stand by I feel like the vast majority of people think this way, but so many people are just afraid to say it. And I'm not afraid to say it. I wish I would have started making videos like this fucking 10 plus years ago. Actually, probably 20 plus years ago, because I've been thinking about, I've had this same belief since I graduated high school, and I was always looked at as a weird motherfucker. I was appreciated by a lot of my friends that played sports with this and that. But anyways, I want any trans person or gay person to understand that if they made it this far in the video, the levels of suicide are going up. amongst trans peoples and gays and this and that. Now, I believe that, I don't want to necessarily say I believe in like the gay gene, because I have looked into like, you know, like the Higgs boson or boson. I can't remember how it's pronounced. Please excuse that part. But like the God particle is what they call it. But suicide rates, mental instability, and all this shit is skyrocketing around trans people. And I want you to know that I feel so bad for y'all. And I want you to know that people like me want you to get better. People like me, and there's many out there, there's a lot of us, we want a better future for you and for our children. We don't want our children or you making the same mistakes that you're going to regret 10 or 15 or 20 years down the road. Because let's face it, the majority of people, they can't even fucking remember what they fucking made for dinner last week, let alone whatever your fucking day of the fucking week it was last. It's wild to me. And now we have this level of technology where we can go back and forth and reclip this and reclip that. It goes again with like Democrats and their race politics and gender politics. It's not gonna fucking work anymore, you ignorant fucks. Nobody cares about your skin color. Nobody cares about if you're a male or a female. As long as you're a good fucking person, a good-hearted, moral, right person, that's all that matters. That's all that fucking matters, and that's all that should matter. All this DEI shit needs to stop. All this fucking nonsensical bullshit needs to fucking stop. And I'll be damned if I'm gonna fucking sit by and let this fucking shit continue. And I will gladly take accountability for not making videos and not making the proper content to fucking combat the future of this type of shit years and years and years ago. And I'm gonna fucking start making the goddamn videos now. Whether my channel hits off or not, I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. I want to do what is right for our species. You can call me a speciesist, you can call me a populist, you can call me racist, you can call me misogynistic, you can call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't fucking care. I'm doing it for you and I'm doing it for our species. Call me what you want, I don't give a fuck. Why don't we have a sit-down conversation and then we can fucking talk about it man to man, man to woman, whatever the fuck it may be, and have a civil adult conversation.
So investigate whether Big Pharma or others have illegally marketed hormones and puberty blockers which are in no way licensed or approved for this use. My Department of Education will inform states and school districts that if any teacher or school official suggests to a child that they could be trapped in the wrong body, they will be faced with severe consequences, including potential civil rights violations for sex discrimination.
Wow. That don't sound bad.
Nope.
I think it is.
It don't. No, it does not.
Like common sense.
Yep.
I think he's just trying to stop.
And it is common sense. We need to bring back common sense to America and common sense to politics. Just like J.D. Vance said. 4-year fucking Marine. Thank you for your service. Thank you all in the military and ex-military, veterans, deceased, whether you're not deceased or not, thank you. You have given us the freedom and the right for people like me and the privilege to speak on a platform like this and this level of technology where I can reach the globe in a matter of seconds. And I want to take this time out to thank you so much for your sacrifice and your willingness to do what is right for our country. I tried becoming a Marine for multiple years. When I was younger, I used to run, I could do 3 miles in under 14 minutes. I'm 33 now, but they kept turning me away because of my fucking tattoo. They kept turning me away because of it. I kept trying to get waivers and this and that. Kept getting it turned away because it goes so many inches past the collarbone. And then I was going to get it removed. I was going to get it laser removed and then join. And then you know what? I did my coin flip trick. And that video, I guess maybe I'll post it in the thing here. I don't know. So I did my coin flip trick, and I'll never forget the day. I was living in Florida with my buddies, and I'll never forget the day I did it. And I chose tails to laser removal. Heads do not do the laser removal. And it landed on tails. And I was like, you know what? If the military will not accept me for what I look like, just because of a fucking tattoo that goes like 2.5, 3 inches past my collarbone, then maybe I'm not meant to join. Maybe I'm meant for something more positive in the future. And that fucking moment is now.
The indoctrination of children. Only thing I have is they gonna like grandfather the people that's like already hit up that have to kind of like take like recovery medicine for that stuff, you know? Like some people like, I'm not the hormones, but like, don't they have to take other medicine like to take care of like clean up their body and stuff? Like that's unnatural, you know?
I think they are on like puberty blockers and women who turn to men take testosterone, and men that turn to women take estrogen.
Like is they gonna have care for the?
So you're saying like when someone's
and it's like
right now?
Like like how they gonna treat it for like the reverse and all the other stuff?
That's a very valid point about treating it for the reverse, but this is the unfortunate. I think these are the unfortunate unintended consequences of what has been going on in the past couple or few decades. I don't know if it's going to be reversible from a medical standpoint, but it will be from a mental standpoint. If we can continuously push this issue and make it common sense to show actual evidence to the future of our species and our children that doing this type of shit is not natural and it's not good, then we won't have to worry about it in hopefully in the not so distant future. There's a reason why as men we produce naturally testosterone. There's a reason why women naturally produce estrogen. It's not fucking rocket science, people. It's our natural fucking thing as humans. And we need to bring common sense back to America. Thank you all. Hopefully y'all have a good day. Again, I don't think my videos are really going anywhere. Nothing's really getting any views. Nothing's really what this and that. But again, I'm just making videos because I want a source material to go back and view content from just an average guy. Just an average guy. I'm nobody important. I know I'm nobody important. I'm just an average motherfucker. But I don't want this continuous mental bullshit happening. We got people that are committing suicide and they don't know why. Maybe they do know why, but what is the reason for it? It's sad. And I'll gladly admit, as somebody myself, tried committing suicide back in, I think it was 2015, maybe 2016. One of the worst fucking things I've ever done. Possibly could have done. And if it wasn't for my father, fuck, man. If it wasn't for my father, something told him to wake up in the middle of the night and check on me. He to this day, he's like, I don't know what told me to wake up, Brandon, but something told me to wake up. The paramedic, I'll never forget the paramedics. They didn't say it to me. They did later on from being in the hospital, but they told my dad behind the curtain. Fuck, give me a moment here, hold on. I had 12 minutes left, possibly 12 to 15 minutes, and I wouldn't be here. I feel really bad for people that are going through that shit. And if you made it this far in the video, I want you to know that people like me understand. People like me get it. I want to help people. I want to help people get better, whether it's physically or mentally. Thank you all. Appreciate the listen. Hope you all have a good day, good week, good weekend. Thank you all.